In cooking, chefs create unique flavors by combining different ingredients that their patrons would never think to combine. Some of these become instant classics, like peanut butter and chocolate. Others are best forgotten, like mayonnaise and cinnamon. However, there are some flavors that truly catch you by surprise. ActRaiser creates a unique gaming flavor by combining a 2D hack-and-slash platformer with a city simulator. But is this combination going to be, as I remember it, akin to salt and caramel? Or, upon re-examination, will it be more like jello and ham? I'll find out when I recomplete ActRaiser.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Completionist New Game Plus, a show where I'm recompleting the first 120 games from the original Completionist lineup. More on that in the box down below. Now, I remember loving ActRaiser when I was a kid. I would play and practice this game for hours at a time. And even though I never really paid attention to a lot of the themes of the games as I played it, one question did emerge. What the hell is an ActRaiser? Now, I have been wondering this ever since I first picked up the game all those years ago, and I have yet to be able to answer it. I read the wiki, I scoured forums, but nothing. But who knows? Maybe today we'll find the answer. Do you know what an ActRaiser is?
No, I have no idea.
So I figured, do you?
No?
Yeah, no one knows. No one knows.
ActRaiser represents a massive shift in my gaming life. When I was a kid, I loved watching the different game shows on Nickelodeon. Although a lot of people gush on the likes of Legends of the Hidden Temple, Guts, and Double Dare, I tended to focus on a show called Nick Arcade. So Nick Arcade was the show all about playing and beating video games. One of the games featured on the show was a modified version of ActRaiser, and everyone who played this game was terrible at it. I knew that I could be better than them, so I got the game and I started training. And while I never made it onto Nick Arcade, I'd like to think that this helped build me into the completionist that I am today. But some things went totally over my head when I was a kid. For example, the crazy amount of religious theming in this game. ActRaiser was actually censored by Nintendo, and Enix, the publisher, had to make a lot of name changes. For instance, the villain was no longer called Satan, but was called Tanzra. Back then, Nintendo was very strict regarding their image, and anything that could remotely offend anyone was scrubbed clean, even if it wasn't really that offensive. So completing this game is pretty straightforward and should be a breeze. I'm gonna start by beating the game. This will include both the hack and slash bits and the city simulator sections. While I am playing the city simulator parts, I will be keeping an ear out for the messages from my people. These messages will inform me about different offerings they have for me, as well as the locations of items that will increase my health and magic. And I will listen because I am a benevolent god. I'll also make sure to increase the population of each of the 6 cities to their max levels, because you can never have too many followers. Which reminds me, please subscribe to me on YouTube, hit that bell for all notifications, and follow me on socials everywhere. And buy merch if you haven't already. Finally, after I've beaten the game, I will play it again, but this time I'm going to be doing it on professional mode. This is the mode that was featured on Nick Arcade and only has the hack and slash levels. And since these levels are much shorter than the city simulator levels, this once again should be a breeze. I mean, come on, I've been training for this moment for years. I'm ready to move Mikey to safety and win that grand prize. Universal Studios Florida, here I come. ActRaiser is a game that you can tell the developers put their heart and soul into. Everything is so well thought and planned out that it blows my mind that this came out on the Super Nintendo. This goes both for gameplay and the story. ActRaiser starts with the player character walking up to a naked little butt angel. You give the naked angel your name, and it tells you the story of The Master. The Master is a Paul Thomas Anderson film starring Joaquin Phoenix, Amy Adams, and Philip Seymour Hoffman. It tells the story of a religious leader and comments on the teachings of wait a minute, hold on. This is the wrong script. This is for a movie. Stop. Switch scripts. Get this out of here. The Master is a godlike figure who lost a battle to the evil being Tanzra and his 6 lieutenants. This led the people of the world to stop worshipping the Master, causing him to grow weak. He slept for centuries in his sky palace to heal, but now he has awoken, and it is up to you, the Master, to defeat all 6 of Tanzra's lieutenants and lead the people of the world back to prosperity. Okay, so even with the removal of certain religious names, this theming is pretty freaking obvious. The world of ActRaiser is divided into 6 different lands, each one consisting of 2 action sequences called acts and a simulator section. In the action sequences, you skydive into the world and zap into a statue of a knight. This works as your vessel while you battle all the monsters now found in the world. Alright, so these sections are pretty simple. You run around, jumping on platforms, hacking up enemies, and using magic in order to garner as many points as possible. What makes this really cool is how different each and every level looks. Vast deserts, intricate forests, grimy castles, all of these and more make each level a feast for the eyes, not to mention a nice home for all the different enemies. Although none of the enemies are that difficult, they are intricately designed and look really cool, especially the bosses. While most are based on mythical creatures like the centaur or the manticore, others are just badass and terrifying like the giant sand centipede. Each is completely unique and just as much fun as I remember. The simulator sections, while not as detailed looking or as fast paced as the acts, are easily the best part of the game. You take control of the naked little butt angel from earlier and defend the people from demons, dragons, bats, and natural disasters as you tell them where to expand their home. As the town grows, various obstacles will get in the way, preventing the people from building. These can include giant rocks, arid deserts, fires, and rivers. And in those moments, it is up to you to bring forth miracles to help the people. As the Master, you can bring forth many natural occurrences to help them, such as lightning to destroy obstacles in the way, or rain to put out fires and cause plants to grow. Although this may seem overwhelming at first, it's really easy to grab a hold of. That, and you have to come to grips that you might be murdering your own people in the process. Now, the real reason why I like this so much is that helping the people in the simulator sections makes you stronger in the act sections. All the spells you use in the action moments are found in the simulator zone. You also level up your health and magic by increasing the population of the towns. The more people there are in the towns, the more likely they are to make offerings or pray to you. Often, these result in new items to strengthen your character, like the source of magic and life. But the best moments come when people pray about what's happening in their lives, whether it's praying for their son's well-being or for help to find a man who's lost in the desert. And even though I see everything as if I am looking down on the people from the clouds, I don't see them as ants or NPCs in a video game, but as people who really need my help. Now, this didn't really hit me when I first played the game on the Completionist. It was just a fun hack and slash with a little bit of SimCity thrown into it, but there is so much more to it than that. Everything meshes together perfectly. The theming, both styles of gameplay, hell, even the music is better. When I first played this game on the show, my biggest complaint was the music seemed repetitive and the sound of text boxes drove me insane. But these don't bother me as much now, especially since the internet told me I could silence the noises or increase the speed of the boxes to hide the noise. In fact, I'd go so far to say that I love the music, especially the one track in the simulator section. It is just the right combination of jaunty and soothing that I need to keep focusing on the task at hand. After you've beaten the game the first time, you will unlock professional/action mode. This was the version of the game featured on Nick Arcade all those years ago. Although this mode only consists of the action sequences, you do have full health to make your way through the game. However, all of the enemies have double the health as well. This makes it so much harder, but if you had no issues with the first playthrough of these sections, you'll be just fine. But it does demonstrate that I have gotten even better at this game than before. ActRaiser beautifully combines its theming with the 2 different playstyles, and the fact that they are both a ton of fun make this game a completely unique experience that I hope is recreated sometime soon. Supposedly, Sega is supporting the creation of some type of ActRaiser successor. If that's true, sign me the hell up. Or the heaven up, whatever the term is. ActRaiser does not have any completion bonuses for you once you beat professional mode. All you get is text after the credits that declare, "You are the best player," which I appreciate. This game was fun, but it felt shorter than I remember. I know they made an ActRaiser sequel, but in that, they cut out all the simulator bits that made this game feel so unique. When I re-completed ActRaiser, there were 8 deaths, 4 sources of life found, 8 sources of magic found, 6 cities restored to max population, 8 hours of total playtime, and 1 ticket to Universal Studios Florida that I better be receiving in the mail. I'm going to find that cutout of Mikey somewhere, I swear.
I loved ActRaiser when I first played it on the show, but I didn't expect to love it more as I got older. Even the criticisms that I had for the game when I first played it seem to have gone away. This, combined with the excellent combination of awesome action acts and the sim sections where you get to raise a city from the ground up, oh my god, ActRaiser! ActRaiser, I figured it out! That's why it's called ActRaiser. There are action sequences called acts, and when you raise people, you raise your stats in the simulator sections, thus, ActRaiser. Yes! So, with that in mind, guys, I still give this game my completionist rating of complete it.
Complete it!
That's all the time we have today, guys, so please, as always, let me know what you thought about today's episode somewhere on the internet. If you like the show, hit that like button and leave a comment down below about what episodes you want to see here on the Completionist New Game Plus. And hey, if you want some more Completionist content, you can head over to patreon.com/completionist. We've got a podcast, some behind-the-scenes commentary stuff, and so much more. And you know what? If you don't got the cash and you still want to watch the show, hit that subscribe button and click the bell to stay up on notifications for all the stuff that we do. We do new videos every Wednesdays and Saturdays. Guys, I've been Gerard the Completionist, and I'll see you this week for another brand new episode. Bye!